theater because the theater is about showing up. You all showed up, and I thank you so much for doing that. And I also thank all of the crew in the booth and backstage and everyone in the community who helped us coordinate. I was once told that showing up is 90% of what's going to save you in life, and I found it to be true. I like theater because it demands that we show up. It gives us the show, and the rest of the community brings the up, the UP, united people who find a way to come together and elevate and give and take and celebrate all that we hope for, all that we've lost sometimes, most importantly, all we can build when we come together with just ourselves in a room like this. I think it's great to have the theater when we live in times that can be a little stressful. Because, you know, we're experts. We're experts at making things out of nothing. We're experts at showing up for each other. Kathy Ortiz is here tonight to a certain extent because I first found out about her program because she showed up for me. My son Lyric was there in the back, was in his first school play. He was in Into the Woods, playing the Big Bad Wolf, and there was a little middle school drama, and we lost our witch 2 days before the show opened. And the call went out. I reached out to Jamie Caravelli, who was directing the same show, and considered trying to help with her student who was willing to try to learn the part for a different school. I reached out to Kate St. Pierre, who told me about Kathy and Parts for the Arts. She said, Kathy knows everybody. Sure, she can help. And I said, why does Kathy know everybody? And then I figured out why Kathy knows everybody, because she's there for everybody. She got a text from me in the middle of the night practically. It was like 10 o'clock at night, and the call went out. I started getting people with ideas. It turned out that the girl who got the part was one of those girls who never gets any part. And she was at my son's school, and she stood up, she raised the challenge, and she had it. Within 2 days. And it reminds me of my own story, because I never got a part in the beginning unless I was the last resort. I was in Annie, didn't get Annie, only one with red hair. But the class voted on who got to be what part. Can you imagine? Oh, the 80s, what you knew about raising children. And so, of course, I didn't win. But the girl who was supposed to play Grace Farrell backed out at the last minute because her best friend was jealous that she had gotten a bigger part, so there was no one to play Daddy Warbucks' secretary, so I ended up with the biggest part. And I saw that girl on that stage with my son, and here I am tonight with all of you. And you know, if I hadn't shown up every day before school to practice with the record player, just in case, I wouldn't have gotten that part, and I don't know where I'd be now. Would I be here with you to celebrate with you? I don't know. So all of you, you show up for each other, and we need you to continue to take what you have learned by showing up for the theater and take those skills and teach people about the tools they've given in your lives so they can use those tools to show up for each other. This is what I love about all of you. You know that you have a precious gift. And you also know that the only way to keep it is to give it away to others, just like love of any kind. One of those important things you want to ask yourself when you're studying a scene is, where is the love? Where is the love in it? In the theater, I know there's always love in it because you can't have theater without more than one person showing up for somebody else. So I say, let's show them this year how the theater continues to show up for Las Vegas. Thank you.